Hello, everyone. My name is Eugenie Emma, a Good Shepherd sister from Senegal. It is a joy to be with you today. I was asked to share with you on the spirituality of the heart according to St. John Eudes in an African perspective. In many African cultures, spirituality is not something separate from daily life. It is woven into how we relate, how we work, and how we carry one another. As I wrote in my reflection, the heart is understood as the center of the human person, the place where life, truth, and relationships come together. And when I was asked to reflect on the question, what spirituality moves me, and how is it connected to my actions and my mission, I realized that my spirituality has not grown in perfect or peaceful places. It has grown in the middle of real life. I mean here, misunderstandings, community tensions, losses, in moments when everything felt dark or uncertain, and more so in ups and downs of ministries. In many African traditions or culture, including in Senegal, my own country, spirituality grows not in silence or isolation, but in the middle of life, meaning in shared struggles, in community bonds, and in the courage to begin again together. Like the baobab tree that survives storms and still offers shade, my spirituality has taken root in difficult soil. And yet, these very moments have shaped me the most. They have taught me that spirituality is not something separate from life. It is the place where my personal experience, our Good Shepherd tradition, and my mission meet each other. I can say that my spirituality begins in my own humanity, meaning my fragilities, my questions, and the slow healing that continues inside me. I have learned that God works gently in the hidden places of the heart. And I often think of the quiet strength of the women. I mostly in my mission and more so in Senegal, whose faith is woven into daily gestures like preparing food, welcoming others, offering spirituality, hospitality, even when life is heavy. So their way of living spirituality teaches me that God is present in the simplest acts of care. And I cannot accompany others unless I allow God to accompany me in my own unfinished story. This connects deeply with our spiritual heritage. St. John Eudes reminds us that the heart is the place where everything becomes unified. Our hopes, our wounds, our relationships, and our mission. We are created for love, and love is meant to shape the way we look at each other and the way we serve. And I can say that this becomes very concrete in my daily mission. And I am about to share with you some of the missions I have gone through. First of all, in initial formation, when I was accompanying young women, searching for meaning and healing, their fragilities mirrors my own. Their courage taught me to trust God. Slow work. There, my spirituality becomes accompaniment. Listening with the heart, walking with them as God works with me. And I mean here, when I say walking with them, not for me being up and they're down, or I am in front and they are behind, but walking side by side as God works with me. Coming to the shelter, when I sit with women, girls, and children who carry deep wounds, their stories awaken compassion in me. Spirituality becomes presence, listening, holding space, allowing dignity to return. In our African way of seeing, a wound is never carried alone. Healing is communal. So sitting with them feels like sitting under a baobab tree, a place where stories are shared, dignity are restored, who returns, and God's tenderness becomes visible. I cannot go deep in explaining, but with mission partners, spirituality becomes collaboration, trusting and accepting different way of working, though sometimes it's not very easy, building together for mission, as communities here do when many hands prepare one meal or many voices join in one song. And in community life, spirituality becomes the daily work of forgiveness, beginning again, listening more deeply, allowing my heart to be stretched. So for these past few years, it had been a very challenging aspect of living community life for me. All of this leads to the second question. How is love growing in my heart and becoming visible in daily life? So for me, love grows quietly, not in big gestures, but in small daily choices. When I choose patience instead of irritation, when I listen instead of judging, when I apologize, when I keep my heart open, even after being hurt. Though when approaching me may seem cold, distance. So in Senegal, people say that love is shown in the way we sit with one another, the way we listen carefully, the way we stay, though not saying anything, but just be there. Love is not loud, it is steady, like the soft rhythm of the music that accompanies life's joys and sorrows. Love grows when I let God meet me in my humanity, in both the light and the darkness. Even when everything feels black or fading, there is still a small flame inside that refuses to die. That is like the evening fire around which families gather. Some of the villages in my country still people do sit around a fire and with a pot on top of it, cooking, and around there, that flame is love, slow, faithful, and persistent. So This is the spirituality that moves me. This is how it shapes my mission. And this is how love becomes visible in my daily life. Thank you for your listening. Thank you very much to you all.